What is up guys, Andy Forestine Runner here and welcome back to another marathon training series video. This is the second video in the series. Today we're out on a long run. It's Saturday morning, it's 8:10 in the morning. Really excited to get going today. We're going to be aiming for about 15 to 18 miles. The weather is kind of a bit dicey really. You can see the sky overhead. It doesn't look like it's, well, it looks like it's going to rain, but I don't think it's going to rain. And yeah, so today we're going to be talking a little bit about the long run. Join me on my journey, find out the benefits of the long run and how they can help you improve your marathon time. Let's get on with our journey. Right guys, so first things first, before we get into the benefits, fueling, learn your body. Everyone's different, everyone understands or hopefully should understand what their body needs on a long run. Now, my history of a long run is last year I was running up to about 30 miles a long run until I started marathon training, did the marathon, failed epically, thought to myself, right, if I want to get really good at half marathons and be able to run marathons, then I'm going to increase my long run from 30 miles and I'm going to progressively make it better. So from October to December, without fail, every weekend I ran at least 15 miles. It was either 15 or 16. That set me up in good stead for the start of January when I've increased that again. So as a rule now, I will always run or try to run as a minimum 15, but on the whole between 16 to 18 miles, and my body is getting used to that. And I think you can check my Strava, I think I'm right in saying I haven't, other than a race and a rest weekend where I haven't run after a race, every weekend where I've done a long run I have not run anything under 15 miles. Now with that comes fueling, as I said. Now, if it's for me personally, if it's under 15 miles, I don't have anything. I tend not to take a drink or any gels. I have occasionally had it if I've like literally run out on no breakfast or just a piece of toast. I tend to have porridge if I'm honest. But like today, because I'm intending to do 17, 18 miles, I always carry 2 gels. Doesn't matter what gels they are, but it's really important that if in an emergency you, don't quote me on this, I don't know the technical terms, but if you go hypoglycemic, which is where your body runs out of glycogen stores, that you have something on you, or if you feel lightheaded or anything, it's really important to take one of these. I have been in a situation where I've got to 17 miles, tried to push my luck, got to 16 and thought, I've only got a mile to home, but I'm not going to make it, so I have one of these. It got me home, I ate a bucket load and I felt much better, so it is really important. What I have started trying to do as well is drinking on the run. So this is electrolyte fluid, I've got 2 of these in a belt. Drinking and running with me does not go. I get stitches, I get stomach problems really, really badly. So and I know everyone's different, the 2 Jameses that I run with drink a lot on a run and their bodies are used to it, so I'm trying to get my body used to it. But especially for you, it's really important if you're starting to push the boundaries of your long run and extending it, it's really important to just carry at least a bit of fluid and something with you with sugar in it, just in case. I mean, obviously something like dates or something would be much better. It's organic food. These are obviously synthetic and sugar, but I don't have any dates at home. I've only got apples at the moment and I'm not carrying an apple on a long run. So that's the long and short of it, guys. Fueling is really, really important. That's my history of where I've progressed to the long run, and I now do try and keep it. I did a 20 miler the other weekend, and I do try and keep it now between that 15 to 20 range. But if you're in the 5 to 10 range, you want to push on, 10 to 15 range, you want to push on, whatever, 2 most important things I say to you is definitely carry something just in case you need it, and especially fluid, both of them. Anyway, let's crack on. Right guys, let's talk about the benefits of a long run. Sun's come out, as you can see. So, with long run, what you are trying to achieve is you are trying to increase your VO2 max. That's kind of what we try and do as runners if we want to progress. And by increasing that, you can do it in many ways. But one of the key ways of doing that is running consistently in your aerobic zone. Now, your aerobic zone is the lower end of your heart rate zone, so long runs tend to be what they class as the best way to build up your aerobic base fitness, shall we say. Now, I explained to you just before how I've built my long runs up and how they're steadily increasing as time goes on. Also with building up your long runs and running longer in your aerobic zone, so your body is building more, making more capillaries to transport blood to the muscle fibers. Don't quote me on that, that's a scientific fact. I'm not a running coach, I've just been told that. Read about it, researched it, understand it, and so obviously the more capillaries you have, the more blood you can transport to your muscle fibers. The more you can do that, the more efficient your body gets at it, allowing you to run for longer. So that's the scientific-y bit out the way, but from my perspective, I've definitely felt the benefit of, you know, you read these things where you should build up your long runs and you should do it nice and gradually, and they say, like, so maybe run a 10-mile long run and then a 10 and then an 11 and 11, 12 and 12, or increase it by 10% every other week to get used to it. Well, I went a little bit slower than that, if I'm honest, and that was purely because I wanted to get to a point where I could run 15 miles easily without fluid, without drink, without fuel. I wanted my body to get used to it. So in the beginning, my body started to suffer from mile 12, 13 onwards. Now 15 miles is pretty standard, and that's what I like to do. I like to try, personally, this is for myself only, I like to try and stay running at certain, so in January to March I was more 16, 17 miles, and I'm still trying to consistently get to 17 and feel good with running 17 miles. So 17 becomes the norm, and then I can push on again and again and again and again. And I guess if you look at a lot of top athletes, that's what they do. They go out, they smash out a long run. Their midweek long runs tend to be between 10 to 15 miles. And some of these ultra marathon runners, obviously even longer, and the gain and the elevation they all put in. So it all helps build stronger muscles, more capillaries, as I said, transport more blood. It all helps, it all round system. And I like to think of it as, when we're doing a training plan, you know, I'm doing I'm doing easy runs, long runs, which are kind of the same thing, but easy shorter runs, recovery runs, let's call the first ones recovery runs, easy runs, threshold runs, and VO2 max workouts. And obviously there's lots of different terminology for some of those. Comment down below if you use different terminology, but on my training plan that's what they say. And a combination of those things help build you into a stronger and a better runner. So for me, from my perspective, the long run is a key important part of my weekly routine. As I said, I've not missed one this year that's been under 15 miles, other than a rest week or a race week, and I can certainly feel the benefits of it. Consistency is key. I hammer it home in every video blog I do. Consistency is key. Anyway, enough talking. The sun's out before it goes in. Let's crack on. I'm not quite sure why, as runners, we think it's a good idea to run up a hill, but from bottom of this hill right to the top of the main road where it crosses, the cycle track crosses, is about 1.5 miles. And for some reason, I normally run down this hill, but today I thought, do you know what? Let's run up it. And I'm thinking, why the heck did I think that was a good idea? Still going and getting steeper. Still going. Here is a top long run tip. Don't run hills. They're horrible. Hills are great fun. Oh, I hate hills, but they're such good fun. No, they're not. Last push. 1.3 miles of hill done. Hills are great. Guys, look, there's a triathlon going on. That was by chance. How cool is that? Just happened to come around Mallard's Pike Lake and there's a triathlon. Wicked. Seeing that triathlon then reminded me, funny story, last year came around here, obviously at the same time, I had no idea it was on this year, but I was here probably about an hour later. I think it starts at 10 this morning. Well, I was coming through here probably about 11:30, and some of the finishers had gone through. I was running down this track the other way to the lake, and a photographer was there, and I was like, I hadn't seen the triathlon at this point. He was taking photos of me. I was like, what's going on? But I'll smile, give it a good thumbs up. Then it dawned on me, I heard all the noise, and as I was running down to the lake, everyone was going that way, trying to funnel me in, and then someone shouted, where's his bib number? And at that point I realised they thought I was part of the triathlon, and I had to shout, no, I'll go this way, I'm not part of it, and everyone cheered. So didn't make the same mistake this year. When I saw that, I looped around the back of the lake and went through the car park back onto the trail. Alright guys, so that's 14 miles, just over 14 miles, 14.1 miles done, 1 hour 50, feeling good, feeling fresh. So I'm going to do 17 I think today, another 3 till I get home. The beauty of getting to this point where you can just choose your long runs and the distance on the day is that you can just come out, especially here in the Forest of Dean, there's so many tracks, and pick a route based on how you're feeling. So I decided today to tackle some hills, got some good hill climbing in, and got one more little hill to do before I hit the road flat to home. So it will be 17 in total. Check out the run on Strava. My Strava link is in the description below. If you've enjoyed this video guys and want to see more of this marathon training series, please give the video a like, share and subscribe of course for more running related videos. I hope you've enjoyed it today. I certainly have, and I shall see you next time.